Good morning, students. Today I am here with Pollution of Air and Water, Part 2 of 8th Standard. In this session, we are going to discuss about case study, the Taj Mahal, greenhouse gases, greenhouse effect, global warming, and control of air pollution. So let us start the session. You know that India's most famous tourist attraction, the Taj Mahal, is located in Agra, and it has become a matter of concern. Experts have warned that pollutants present in the air are discoloring the marble by which it is made up of. So it is not only living organisms that are affected from polluted air, but non-living things like building, monuments and statues are also affected. We know that Taj Mahal is made up of white marble, that is calcium carbonate, and the industries located in and around Agra like rubber processing, automobile, chemical and especially the Mathura refinery have been responsible for producing pollutants like sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxides. So what is happening? These gases reacts with water vapor present in the atmosphere, and after reacting it forms sulfuric acid as well as nitric acid, and whenever these acids drop down along with the rain, this form the acid rain, and this acid rain corrodes the marble of the monument, and this phenomena is called as marble cancer. So suspended particulate matter also like soot particles are emitted by the Mathura oil refinery. So this causes yellowing of the marble. Here you can see that how the marble is corroded. Here you can compare the figure of Taj Mahal. One is white, another is becoming yellowing. Yellowish in color. Now let us see what are the greenhouse gases. We know that some gases like carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide and water vapor also, they have capacity or capability to capture the heat which is radiated by the surface of earth, and they do not allow this heat to escape into the space. So these gases are called as greenhouse gases. Here you can see that methane, carbon dioxide, so these are the greenhouse gases. So it is very essential for greenhouse gases. Why? Because it keeps earth warm. Without them, life would be not possible. It will become very cold. But excess of greenhouse gases is also harmful. Now let us see what is the greenhouse effect. We know that sun's rays warm the earth's surface. A part of radiation that falls on the earth is absorbed by it, and a part is reflected back into the space. A part of the reflected radiation is trapped or captured by the atmosphere. The trapped radiations further warm the earth. If you will see a greenhouse in a nursery or elsewhere, you will find that the sun's heat is allowed to get in but is not allowed to go out. So what is happening? The trapped heat warms the greenhouse. The trapping of radiations by the earth atmosphere is similar, so it is called as greenhouse effect. So what is greenhouse effect? Whatever the reflected radiation is trapped by the atmosphere, which helps in warming the earth. So this warming of earth is called as greenhouse effect. And life would not be possible on the earth without greenhouse effect. Here you can see the greenhouse effect. Pictorially it is shown that heat reflected by the surface of earth and again it is absorbed by the atmosphere. Here it is also seen here, that greenhouse effect. Now let us consider another topic, that is global warming. Whenever greenhouse gases radiations reflected by the surface of earth does not allow to escape into the space. So due to this, the average temperature of the earth's atmosphere increases. So this rise in temperature due to the greenhouse gases is called as global warming. And whenever the global warming occurs, there will be melting of the polar ice. And this melting of the polar ice may lead to increase in the level of the sea. This is a figure which shows that how the earth is warming. This is also global warming. Now let us see how we can control air pollution. So there are different means and methods by which we can control the air pollution. First is by using fuels like CNG, that is compressed natural gas, and unleaded petrol. Next is switch over to alternative fuels instead of fossil fuel for our energy requirement, for our energy demand. We can use solar energy, hydropower energy as well as wind energy. And the most important thing is that plantations should be done on a large scale. We have to preserve the forest and preparation of compost instead of burning dry leaves. Why? Because whenever we are burning dry leaves, then lot of carbon dioxide is escaped into the atmosphere. Here you can see the CNG bus. It is about the hydropower plant. This is wind energy generated from windmill. Now it is the solar panel through which we can extract the energy, solar energy. Solar energy falls on the panel and we can generate electricity. This is the way by which we can generate the solar energy. Solar panel collect energy from the sun, then collected energy is sent to your building or electric panels, your building's electric panels. Then whenever if you collect more energy, then your building needs your power meter will actually spin backward and the power company will pay you for the surplus. Here the plantation activity. Here also plantation activity. Thank you. For any kind of doubts, please write your question in comment section.